paying homage to Buddha Shakyamuni and Manipundu, these particular practice, the Lord of the Lotus Family Buddha, who is Amitabha, whose Sambhodakaya emanation Chandasik, whose Nimankaya emanation Kalvakarmapa, and for us they are manifested in a form of Guru, who is Chef Anjani Viche. To them we venerate, we pay homage, and cultivating the inner attitude of mind with these engage into these Dharma sessions. So the last line that states, "Bless me that your enlightened body, speech, mind." So, particularly today, we are going to talk about the mind, because we have already talked the body and speech, yes, blessing yesterday. Now the enlightened mind. So we are simply aspiring in a way this practice, this supplication is meant in a way to request your enlightened mind that we wish to also achieve that qualities that you possess. Please bless me, please grant me. So, why? The question is, our nature of this state of mind at this very moment is impure. It is obscured by, influenced by defilement. So in order to purify that, yes, please grant your blessing. Save us, save me, protect us. So now, if you look at this overall of these, the first morning, yes, every morning indeed, that we start with these 4 lines. The first, it shows that we obtain as precision existence, and we meet Dharma, particularly Vajrayana. On top of that, we meet Guru. Now it is our duty and our responsibility to make that Gurus could able to help, save, protect. As we talked earlier, with proper preparations such as us. So now, if you look at this overall of these, the first morning, yes, every morning indeed, that we start with these 4 lines. The first, it shows that we obtain as precision existence, and we meet Dharma, particularly Vajrayana. On top of that, we meet Guru. Now it is our duty and our responsibility to make that Gurus could able to help, save, protect. as we talked earlier, with proper preparations such as all the necessary to understand the precious, why the Dharma is precious, why it is necessary, what if you don't have Dharma, if you don't do Dharma, what are the defects, followed by that way the pure devotion, yes, and then that way that we could able to receive the protection, blessing that can transform our impure state of mind into pure state of mind. According to Sutrayana, the mother Pranjaparamita, mother, because of these Pranjaparamita, it gives birth of the Bodhisattvas, it gives birth of the, yes, Bodhisattva to become Buddha. Similarly, in Vajrayana, especially in Kagyu practitioners, we talk about Mahamudra. So we are asking these ground nature of Mahamudra that we fail to recognize. Now, with your blessing, that we may be able to recognize this nature of mind. And this Guru Yoga practice could help us to realize or to obtain this Vajradhara state, this Mahamudra state. Therefore, we must, have this Guru Yoga practice, and with this reason, then the very first that we start with, the first practice that we start with these 4 lines, the verses Guru Yoga. So in short, these are the meaning, and that way one should utilize to become Vajradhara, to become Buddha, yes, with this medium or path, the Guru Yoga. Okay, so this is now the first meditation that we have, yes. So we are asking these ground nature of Mahamudra that we fail to recognize. Now, with your blessing, that we may be able to recognize this nature of mind. And this Guru Yoga practice could help us to realize or to obtain this Vajradhara state, this Mahamudra state. Therefore, we must, have this Guru Yoga practice, and with this reason, then the very first that we start with, the first practice that we start with these 4 lines, the verses Guru Yoga. So in short, these are the meaning, and that way one should utilize to become Vajradhara, to become Buddha, yes, with this medium or path, the Guru Yoga. Okay, so this is now the first meditation that we have, yes. So the next meditation or practice that we have is Buddhist refuge. So very common to everybody that I go refuge to Buddha, I go refuge to Dharma, I go refuge to Sangha. Why? Just 3, fixed on these 3 refuge, not 4, not 5, or even not less. The reason one must understand. So the reason is because of Buddha's enlightened the Sanjiji Yundin's qualities, Buddha's enlightened qualities, what makes Buddha free from all the faults, who completely overcome from all the defilement, all the troublemakers, at the same time who is completely full or filled with knowledges, different kind of qualities. That kind of qualities, that kind of knowledges, Buddhas, that we also, somebody wish to obtain same qualities, same knowledge, and free from all these defects, staying like Buddha, based on that, and then the greater vehicle, the practitioners, the beings who follow, who have capacity. So because of these reasons, the first refuge to Buddha that we have, due to simply these reasons, that we go refuge to Buddha, that we wish to become Buddha, that we wish to obtain the same qualities as Buddha. Similarly, the second, Dharma qualities, what Dharma does, what Dharma can purify, what Dharma can save, by studying, by practicing the Dharma, all these great benefit, great qualities that somebody wish to obtain, achieve these Dharma's qualities. And based on that, another yana is the four destroyer vehicles, those who follow. Because of these reasons, second refuge to Dharma. Similarly, Sangha, the knowledge, the qualities, what makes Sangha, what makes different than ordinary people, Sangha who follows Buddha's path. By following that, what kind of activity, what kind of, their behavior, their mindset, their practices, and that makes, what kind of like special. So someone who wishes to obtain these qualities, and because of that, higher vehicles simply aim to obtain these qualities, Sangha qualities. So because of these reasons, the Buddha, the Dharma, the Sangha, three refuge that makes complete from foundation to the result, in order to overcome from this samsara, three refuge. So we must first understand that why three refuge are fixed. So next, after we understood why three Buddha Dhamma Sangha, three jewels, is these three refuge are fixed on these reasons. Now, next, why we have to go refuge? Yes? This is important, otherwise no point to go refuge. So, the refuge that we have to go refuge is reason is the problem that we face in our life, in human life, and similarly other beings, animals, etc. So I gave an example like a child, very young, children who just playing outside their home, which is very common to Nepal. Children like to play just outside of their house. So long the children or the child is, let's say a child, does not sense any fear, any danger, he or she does not need to enter into the house and go refuge to the parents. The moment child senses or feels the danger is from either dogs or tigers or something from somebody, the child would immediately enter into the house and would go refuge to the parents, because the child has full trust, either parents or mother or father or whoever, that he or she has full trust would save him or her or give refuge from that danger, from that fear, that problems. So, example like that, we have difficulties or problems in our life, such as birth, we don't remember at the moment, like we don't remember last year what we did, what kind of problem we faced, probably we forgot. A few years before, of course we forgot. And even if we look at a few decades, we wouldn't remember anything. Same way, the birth process of trouble or misery problems that we experience each and every week, that is stated in jewel ornament or liberation, etc., how the child experiences in mother womb every week till 8 or 9 or 10 months. Similarly, sicknesses, illnesses, the suffering problem we get, and old age, and death, and relation problems, business problems, property problems, this problem, that problem, never-ending problems. Yes, we would solve one problem, and we think once we solve this problem, that's going to be, the last problem, or everything going to be fine. But in fact, so long we are in this samsara, the truth is we are never free from problems. Only that we could able to get rid of this problem when we completely free from this skilled existence, attained nirvana, yes, state of different attainment from four described to state of Buddhahood, according to Sutrayana, or state of Vajradhara, according to Vajrayana. Until then, we are never free. So in order to free that, as we talked earlier, the three different states of beings. Impure beings like us, a little pure, like bodhisattvas, and then completely pure, like Buddha or Vajradhara. So that way, these are the three processes if we engage into the Dharma, especially now, the first key to open that world, that door is the refuge. So having these understanding, these reasons that we have to go refuge to Buddha Dharma Sangha.